Let's do it.
Isabel? Is it on? Okay, yeah. Isabel, it's okay for you to heckle me. I got some kids' jokes ready for you. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, what is Pinocchio's favorite snack? You know?
No.
Wood chips.
Which
Yeah. Why did the let's see if I can get this right. Without using notes, it takes me a second. Why did the apple and the pineapple get beat up by the tomato? Why did apple and pineapple get the crap beat out of them by the tomato? Well, that's close, because they accused them of being a fruit. Wrong thing to say to a tomato. Let's see, I got a few others. Why did the carpet store salesman get fired from his work? He was the floor manager. Why did he get fired from his work for dancing at work? No idea? No, because he liked to cut a rug. Yeah. Let's see, what else? I got a few more. I usually talk about bikini models, but I also want to break into kids' comics. So let's see. Okay. There was this guy who was a fashion designer. He lives in New York City, and he needed a ride to get to work. Do you know what he used to get to work? Nope. He took the model train. Okay. That one didn't work that great. No. Sometimes adults like the jokes, kids jokes better than kids. Yeah. So I'll stop that for now in case they come back to me. I got Miniature Horse World magazine. I actually subscribe to this. I like horses and miniature horses, but it turns out most bikini models, when you talk to them online, they just want you to buy their bikini model calendar and vote for them for the contest. They don't want to hear about zebras and horses, believe it or not. So, sometimes I can lie and say I'm a married guy who will physically abuse them and cheat on my wife, and then I get a response. But then when I start talking about Thor, miniature horses, or like I have a book here on ninjas, I lose them right then and there. My true colors come through. So go figure. I actually bought this book to learn better skills about how to creep up on people, and it didn't help me at all. So it only works on samurais. So, turns out samurais were the enemies of ninjas. Ninjas were the farmers. The samurais worked for the king as like the enforcement police. So that's why the ninjas were. Basically, that's why the ninja tools look so much like traditional farming tools, because they just had to scramble with what they can get to teach themselves their own karate. I don't know if that's really fun, you guys, real life. And then, because I do flirt with a lot of girls, like the horse races, the auto show, Comic-Con, the ones in French-made outfits who dress like sexy cheerleaders, they say some inappropriate things to me sometimes. So I have this book here I had to read, to protect myself, back off, how to confront and stop sexual harassment and harassers. My therapist says, instead of being shamed about it, just talk about it to people, and maybe I'm talking about it now, so you guys can see that they're watching this right now, stalking me, and it really does hurt me for what they do to me. And you need to, stop it. Let's see. In 1988, I was the only kid to get kicked out of the Burger King Kids Club. Yeah, good. I have a friend. He told me he couldn't sleep at night, so I told him to do what I do to stop my insomnia. I told him to cry himself to sleep. Okay, yeah. So you could tell who else has depression by how many people laugh at that joke. So okay, he does, I do, yeah. I was in an art gallery in La Jolla. There's some nice art galleries out there, and this beautiful girl, Isabella, was working there, and I really had a crush on her. I thought she was very pretty. So I said to her, hey, what's going on? Tell me a little about yourself. She said, get lost. And I was like, wow, because I didn't know where I was or how to get home. I had a therapy dog for my anxiety and depression, but it turned out it didn't really work out that well. He ended up charging me $100 an hour, and I could only get 5 pets before the session was over. Why did Van Gogh cut off his ear? Is it all? Do you have any? Remember you heard of the artist Van Gogh? Okay, well, there's this artist who went nuts, and he had problems, and he cut off his ear and gave it to his girlfriend. He was kind of sort of seeing. Why do you think he did that? No idea? Okay, I'll finish it for you. Because his girlfriend would not shut up while he was trying to watch the game. So let's see. I got one last joke. Okay, this girl I had a crush on in college over at Long Beach State was kind of aloof from me for many years. A real beautiful girl, like the kind that if she walked in here right now, everybody would be looking at her, not at me. And even myself would stop the set just to stare. She was that good looking. And she said, after teasing me for a few years, she said she loved me. And I was like, wow, I've waited 3 years at this school to hear that. I've had such a crush on you all this time. She said, yeah, I'd love for you to move to Alaska. All right, thanks, guys. Bring good.